Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star original continent based on novel. So let's start. The power of the black hole of the deep abyss was endless. The green mountain peak hovered in circles, then gradually advanced out. It was a bit like a sailboat borrowing the strength of reverse currents to propel itself forward in its intended direction, but billions of times more mysterious. After all, this gravitational force was much too strong even for a universe supreme master. No one would dare openly put up a resistance. Teacher is restoring crazy demon extermination godly armor. Luo Feng stood at the apex of the mountain peak and looked down at the vast land below. And part of his consciousness is controlling this mountain peak. Loneliness. Luo Feng sat alone, feeling lonely as various thoughts came to his mind. Earlier, when he was watching the huge axe creators battle, all he could feel was the adrenaline rush, as his excitement level got exceptionally high. Now that he had calmed down, he started to feel the distance between himself and a universe supreme master. In the primal universe, a universe supreme master is held down by extremely great suppression. In universe ocean, a universe supreme master is still under a certain amount of suppression. If there is no suppression at all, the distance between universe masters and universe supreme masters would be even greater. Luo Feng was aware that the suppression was completely over the top. In the primal universe, if there were no fights against the universe masters, then universe supreme masters would also be able to ensure that their orders, once given, were strictly enforced. They would also be more powerful than anything else under the sun. Even the universe origin laws would have to show due respect to them. Yet the moment a fight happened with universe masters, everything would change. The universe origin laws no longer drew back. On the contrary, they would exert stronger suppression, therefore making it impossible for universe supreme masters to ensure that their orders were strictly enforced. Universe masters were able to control time and space with regards to controlling domains, but universe supreme masters were in no way superior in this sense. Of course, the killing of Yuan Ao master was carried out according to the wishes of the universe origin, which was why no universe supreme master had to undergo any suppression. The force of godly power unleashed could be equivalent to the godly power of a universe master with a perfect life gene level. This was only a small aspect. There was also the limit on the strongest power, an upper limit restriction. This was an ultimate limit value laid down by the universe origin laws. The powers that universe supreme masters released could not exceed this restriction. Once exceeded, they would have to undergo suppression, just like how virtual real devil master was previously bound by chains of the laws. The ability to ensure that their orders, once given, were strictly enforced, would disappear. The ability to release their godly powers would be restricted. Even the strongest outburst of capability had an upper limit to adhere to. And after killing a universe master, a universe supreme master had to be severely punished. His godly body would be badly injured. There were so many forms of suppression against universe supreme masters, which was why, in the primal universe, universe masters showed negligible fear for universe supreme masters. Universe masters, who were slightly more powerful than their peers, would show no fear of universe supreme masters at all. Meanwhile, in universe ocean, things were not the same. In universe ocean, there were many miniature universes, as well as the primal universe, scattered all about. The primal universe was massive, so the willpower of the primal universe origin remained the strongest. Even laws revolving around the vast universe ocean would be under its influence. Other regions of the universe ocean were considered external, so the power that the primal universe origin could exert over them was much weaker. Thus, the limits were also much weaker. There were only two heavy restrictions. Firstly, when universe supreme masters fought with universe masters, revolving laws no longer drew back. Universe supreme masters would not be able to be certain that their orders would be strictly enforced. Secondly, the strength of godly power would also be suppressed at the level of the perfect gene level of a universe master. There were only two restrictions. By relying on their true treasures and secret techniques to determine how much power they wanted to unleash was up to the universe supreme masters to decide. There was no upper limit restriction at all. Upon killing a universe master, there would be no punishment either. Comparatively, the restrictions of Universe Ocean were less stringent and fewer than that of the primal universe, which was why, overall, Universe Supreme Masters were all fearful and wary of the primal universe origin. Luo Feng sat on the apex of the mountain peak, pondering the various relationships between Universe Supreme Masters, the willpower of the primal universe, himself and many others. A voice was transmitted. Luo Feng. Teacher. Luo Feng turned back and saw sitting mountain guest. He immediately stood up. Teacher, aren't you restoring crazy demon extermination godly armor? I'm done restoring it, sitting mountain guest said with a wave. A suit of black armor flew toward Luo Feng right away. Luo Feng was shocked and looked at sitting mountain guest inquiringly. It, said Luo Feng. It has not even been 2 days. A mere restoration process. How much effort do you think I will need? Sitting mountain guest studied Luo Feng's expression. I saw you sitting over there, what's on your mind? I was thinking about the willpower of the primal universe origin. Luo Feng replied. Universe Supreme Masters. Universe Masters, and me. Sitting mountain guest was taken aback upon hearing Luo Feng's reply. He remained silent. After a long moment of silence, sitting mountain guest sighed. His voice was filled with complex emotions as he continued. Primal universe origin. For one who has not become a Universe Supreme Master, you will still be a child of the primal universe. It will take care of you. Once you become a Universe Supreme Master, the miniature universe starts to break away from the primal universe to survive in Universe Ocean. That Universe Supreme Master will then become a public enemy that everyone started to target. Suppression, always have been suppressed, sitting mountain guest lamented. Reincarnation. During every reincarnation era, there will be the process of the primal universe being impregnated, giving birth, then destroying every single living being. Teacher origin of the human race is indeed impressive. He could actually what? Asked Luo Feng, unable to contain his curiosity. Sitting mountain guest shook his head. Stop asking. I thought you were able to enter the virtual universe anytime you wanted. If you are strong enough to get the attention of Teacher Origin, you will be able to converse with him formally. Then perhaps, he may tell you why he did whatever he did back then. I was also making some guesses here, which may not be accurate. Luo Feng was eager for information. Teacher Origin had dared to challenge the primal universe origin back then. If he had actually dared to, there must have been a goal he wanted to achieve. A goal that might be over the top. But even Primal Chaos City leader Teacher had not mentioned this to him. Why would Teacher Origin defy the primal universe origin? Sitting mountain guest laughed and looked at Luo Feng. Don't think too much. It is too far out of your reach. You should think more for yourself. That will be more than enough. When you become a universe master, with Star Tower, you can ignore the difference in level between you and a Universe Supreme Master. Luo Feng shook his head. Even if I become a Universe Master, in terms of secret techniques, I am still very far away from the level of a Universe Supreme Master. He had seen Virtual Real Devil Master and Teacher Origin fight, but that had been in the Primal Universe, so the force wasn't that strong. But this time, the exchange of blows between 3rd True Master, 6th True Master, and Huge Axe Creator really showed him how huge a difference in level he was from Universe Supreme Masters. You are wrong. Sitting mountain guest shook his head. Luo Feng looked at Teacher. Universe Masters cannot create such powerful secret techniques, but the secret engravings on Star Tower represent a level of secret technique that is extremely high. Sitting mountain guest laughed. This is the precious part of a supreme true treasure. For instance, the first form of Star Tower, back when you have merely activated the first form, unleashing the power of Star Tower was insignificant. But when you activated the second form, that second level of secret engravings was a standard that miraculously matched the strongest secret technique of a Universe Master. You may not be able to create, but when merely activating, the difficulty level is reduced. The third level of secret engravings is comparable to the means of a universe supreme master. The fourth level of secret engravings is a grade of secret technique that only a top-notch being among all the universe supreme masters could create. Luo Feng nodded repeatedly. Right. Merely activating the secret engravings, compared to secret techniques of the same power, was certainly less demanding. Yet the power was, surprisingly, just as strong. Or, with a supreme true treasure as a medium, the power unleashed might be even stronger and more forceful. In Universe Ocean, there is a strength determination method, Sitting Mountain Guest said. Beginner-level Universe Masters' life genes can only multiply in the hundreds, so they may not be able to create secret techniques. This is the first level of Universe Masters. Ordinary-level Universe Masters' life genes multiply in the thousands. They can create ultimate secret techniques. This is the second level. Above these, there are the third level, the fourth level, and, like Star River Master from the Primal Universe, your teacher Primal Chaos City Leader, and the 5 Chaos Master, who you dragged to his death, the fifth level. A Universe Master, who owns a supreme true treasure, will be on the sixth level. That is also the highest level that a Universe Master can reach, Sitting Mountain Guest said amidst laughter. Why would owning a supreme true treasure make one a grade higher than Primal Chaos City Leader and 5 Chaos Master? That's because the secret engravings of a supreme true treasure represented a higher level of capability. Luo Feng listened intently. The 6 levels of categorizing Universe Masters. This was the first time he'd heard of them. A Universe Master at the 6th level is comparable to a Universe Supreme Master without a supreme true treasure, Sitting Mountain Guest said with a laugh. Of course, for someone like Huge Axe Creator, even without a supreme true treasure, he can still be stronger than any 6th level Universe Master. But I suspect that the 15th axe Huge Axe executed, the one that he said he had just created, my guess is that when he got that godly axe and observed the secret engravings etched on it. After comprehension, the activated secret engravings on that godly axe were the ones that unleashed that extremely powerful axe. Getting out of the deep abyss took close to 3 months' time. Sitting Mountain Guest also provided Luo Feng with guidance, especially on how to carefully comprehend Crazy Demon Extermination godly armor. Luo Feng then realized that 5 Chaos Masters' 5 Beasts Great Extermination was actually a move adapted from the 3rd level secret engravings of Crazy Demon Extermination godly armor. It's like how the simple yet intelligent locals are able to learn how to use stones and rods as weapons, said Sitting Mountain Guest. The difference in intelligence is, therefore, dependent on how one knows how to utilize weapons. Universe Masters, Universe Supreme Masters. Their weapons are true treasures. Learning how to use these treasures to the extent of creating secret techniques, based on the secret engravings of the true treasures, is how some renowned figures become widely known across the universe. They all have treasures that identify them. Like you, although you named yourself Milky Way Horde Leader, the outside world calls you Silver Wings Horde Leader. Luo Feng was aware of that as well. He started to comprehend the secret engravings on Star Tower, Crazy Demon Extermination Godly Armor, and Shawu Wings. Then he tried to create a suitable ultimate technique. As for his body was sustained by his godly power in that secret, hidden space, it was comprehending the diagram of secret engravings of the ultimate lost knowledge left behind by the ancient existence that was more powerful than Teacher Origin and Huge Axe Creator. And also, comprehending the 6 major diagrams of secret engravings that Sitting Mountain Guest had left behind. All the diagrams were mutually supportive of one another, enabling Luo Feng's rate of progress to set sail on an accelerated track. He was able to comprehend all the other types, like the defense type secret engravings on Crazy Demon Extermination Godly Armor at an alarming rate. For the triple levels of attack type secret engravings on the golden right arm, he was able to comprehend 2 levels speedily. He vaguely understood a great part of the 3rd level, but it took him more time, comparatively, to finally understand it. The triple levels of secret engravings on Crazy Demon Extermination, Godly Armor's golden right arm, is nothing compared to those of Star Tower, yet they are still able to match the power of a strongest ultimate technique created by a Universe Master. Once you are able to drive this, I think your achievement in the studies of diagrams of secret engravings will more or less reach the level of a universe master. All right, we are now out of the deep abyss. I will leave from here, and don't ever let such a thing happen again. Luo Feng bowed and replied with much gratitude, yes, teacher. Thereafter, from within the endless frozen lake fire, a green mountain peak and a crimson palace, Star Tower had transformed its look with the use of Blood Cloud Pearl, departed and flew off in two different directions. The fight in the abyss was momentous. However, the Divine Eye clan didn't spread the news that they had suffered in the fight, so the powers in Universe Ocean didn't know that another being close to Teacher Origin had been born. As for where the Silver Wing True Treasure and Extermination Godly Armor, it was a mystery. Did a Universe Supreme Master get the true treasures and hide them? It would be a total waste. Luo Feng didn't hear about the fighting records of Huge Axe Creator after that, which made sense, as only valuables or feuds would lead to fights. In the abyss, in the mysterious space, Luo Feng, wearing casual clothing, was walking on the island. He looked laid back, yet his consciousness was studying the 6 pictures left by Sitting Mountain Guest. Sitting Mountain Guest only observed them for several days, yet the 6 pictures were already very complicated. That meant Luo Feng would be able to comprehend more if he became a Universe Supreme Master. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. I have to comprehend them carefully so that I can accomplish more on the engraving picture path, whispered Luo Feng. The better I am on the engraving picture path, the easier it will be for me to do law comprehension. When he could reach the level of a universe master on the engraving picture path, he would be able to comprehend the law hundreds of times faster. Time flew. While the avatar of his godly body was practicing, Luo Feng was traveling through one dangerous place after another in universe boat and approaching the destination. 300 years passed. In the first miniature universe of the Divine Eye clan, clouds floated through the breezy air. 5 Chaos Master was on the second level of the Godly Palace, and he was sitting in front of the railing, looking at the endless ground. 5 Chaos, 5 Chaos. A shadow flew in from the distance and stopped. 5 Chaos Master smiled. It's Enyong. Enyong Master's avatar stopped. There were 7 miniature universes that belonged to the Divine Eye clan, and the universe masters from the Divine Eye clan were scattered throughout the 7 universes. However, all those universe masters had their avatars in other small universes, so they were able to communicate with each other easily. There was a feud between Enyong Master and Luo Feng, yet 5 Chaos Master hated Luo Feng even more. Before, Enyong and 5 Chaos had been friends, as they were from the same race. They grew closer now. Why do you look so hurried? Asked 5 Chaos Master. I received some news about Luo Feng, said Enyong Master. Oh? The eyes of 5 Chaos Master gleamed. Since he had died because of Luo Feng, he had treated Luo Feng as his true competitor. However, he hadn't heard anything about Luo Feng after that. Even though he had contact with some powers in the original universe, Luo Feng had maintained a very low profile. Which was why 5 Chaos had been suppressing a strong urge. I thought he wouldn't dare to enter Universe Ocean without that silver wing. Where is he now? Asked 5 Chaos Master. He's in the Universe boat, said Enyong Master. What? Universe boat? 5 Chaos Master was startled. He dared to go to the Universe boat. Not only does he dare to go to Universe boat, but is in the inner area of Universe boat, and, said Enyong Master. He went into the deeper area of the inner area. After what happened between you and him, he's been in Universe boat all that time. He's been adventuring through Universe boat. However, he's been using another identity. Another identity. 5 Chaos Master was more confused. Cracking Gold Master, said Enyong Master. What? That is him. 5 Chaos opened his eyes wide. It's him. That Luo Feng has another identity, and has been adventuring in Universe boat. But how did he get so strong? Cracking Gold Master was a Universe Master, who had made himself famous for a fight for true treasures in Universe boat 300 years prior. No one had seen Cracking God Master since, yet his power was proven, as he dared to get into the inner area of Universe Boat. After that, Cracking Gold Master said that his name was Cracking Gold, and thus, his name had spread. In the next 300 years, Cracking Gold Master had participated in 2 fights for treasures, both of which were not serious, yet his power was proven to be at level 4. 5 Chaos, his in Wave of Stars Ocean, said Nyong Master. Wave of Stars Ocean is as dangerous as God-destroying Valley, and it's larger. There are several places where true treasures are often seen, so there are several powers. A top-tier domain-type true treasure emerged there, which led to a fight, and Cracking Gold Master interfered. It was a horrifying fight. ZYA Master from our universe era lost his original body. Cracking Gold Master showed his true power, and got the true treasure. There are many great beings in Wave of Stars Ocean. A universe master who saw Luo Feng, Shuekeng Master from the second universe era, yelled, "Your Silver Wing Horde leader." And that's how other great beings know that Cracking Gold Master is Silver Wing Horde leader. And Nyong Master shook his head. He was not happy that his enemy was so renowned now. It was unsurprising that Luo Feng was able to hide his identity. After all, great beings were able to easily alter the way they looked. As for one's aura, it could only be remembered when it was seen by someone. Or the virtual universe could simulate that aura. But apparently, other powers didn't have the virtual universe. As for other universe eras, even though they had virtual worlds, they couldn't simulate the aura of universe masters and universe supreme masters. It was exceedingly difficult. He's so powerful now. 5 Chaos Master frowned. He got my original body killed when he first entered Universe Ocean, and I sensed that he'd be my mortal enemy. I can't believe he's at the 4th level now after such a short time. What should we do? Nyong Master looked to 5 Chaos Master. Nyong Master wasn't afraid. He had multiple bodies, so it was difficult for him to die. However, Nyong Master was worried about Luo Feng's power. He couldn't believe Luo Feng was able to show such great close combat power after such a short time. "Let's go," said 5 Chaos Master. "Let's go to Universe Boat." However, he's in Wave of Stars Ocean, said Nyong Master. Wave of Stars Ocean is deep in the inner area. It'll take a long time to get to Wave of Stars Ocean from the outer area. Luo Feng might be in a different place after that. It'll be more difficult later, said 5 Chaos Master. "I'll go now. How about you?" "Okay, I'll come with you." Nyong Master nodded. "Okay." 5 Chaos Master nodded. 5 Chaos didn't mind taking Nyong. For one thing, Nyong had multiple bodies, and he also had an enormous body, so he had great surviving power, both of which made him a great helper. At least Nyong Master was better at surviving and stalling enemies than Ultimate Arrow Master. Humph. Luo Feng. The eyes of 5 Chaos Master glinted fiercely. "He will die if we catch him." Nyong Master clenched his teeth. Facing the ultimate death, the Universe Masters from the first Universe era could only depend on Universe Supreme Masters. They weren't able to get through it themselves, which was why they were crazier. Time kept flying, and it wouldn't stop because of anyone. In the vast Universe Ocean, countless lives were born and died in the original universe and miniature universes. A short while for great beings might be a lifelong period for other lives. Even though 5 Chaos Master and Nyong Master went to look for Luo Feng, they were too far from him. And they didn't know where Luo Feng would go in the future, so it would be very difficult for them to find him. Even if they could, it would be a long time later. However, it was nothing to 5 Chaos Master, who had lived for almost 3 universe eras. The 620th year of Luo Feng entering Universe Boat. In the virtual universe, in the palace at the apex of Thunder Island. "Black striped stone pillar," said Primal Chaos City Leader in surprise. "You're going to that heavenly pillar to sharpen your willpower. There are lots of other places for you to do that, and they're closer to you. Why would you choose that?" "Yes." Luo Feng nodded. "There are indeed lots of places for me to do that. However, the closer it is to Celestial Magic Pillar, the faster time will pass, and then I can save more time." 10,000 years in the area beside Celestial Magic Pillar is only 1 year outside. I will have enough time to sharpen my will and comprehend laws at the same time. I can't understand your decisions now. Primal Chaos City Leader exclaimed. However, I can't understand your improvements either. Now that you're arriving at Celestial Magic Pillar, I won't say anything more. Primal Chaos City Leader was indeed amazed. This disciple of his had gained his fame after the fight in Wave of Stars Ocean, and the human race was thrilled, including Primal Chaos City Leader. They thought that Luo Feng lost the Silver Wing and had kept a low profile, yet they didn't expect him to be more powerful. Primal Chaos City Leader and Huge Axe Creator were most amazed as they knew that Luo Feng hadn't become a Universe Master yet. He was at the top tier level even before becoming a Universe Master. This was insane. Primal Chaos City Leader and Huge Axe Creator fought Luo Feng in the virtual universe, and they realized that even though Luo Feng's godly power was only as strong as a Universe Master, with a life gene level of 100 times, his techniques were powerful. The technique Luo Feng simulated in the virtual universe using Crazy Demon Extermination, Godly Armor, was already a merged supreme technique. Not even Primal Chaos City Leader or 5 Chaos Master had stronger techniques. But after that, Luo Feng claimed that he was following the engraving picture path. Even though he was only a Universe Knight, he had created supreme techniques of Universe Masters. And he was able to drive the 3rd level technique of that true treasure. I've been comprehending the 6 engraving pictures in the past several hundred years, especially after the fight in Wave of Stars Ocean. I reached the Universe Master level on the engraving picture path, and created a Universe Master level supreme technique, Cracking Gold, and I'm able to drive the 3rd level of Crazy Demon Extermination Godly Armor. Although my godly power is relatively weaker, I'm at the top tier 4th level Universe Master. If I can become a Universe Master and get some godly power, I'll be at a top tier 5th level Universe Master, and I'll be able to rival teacher Primal Chaos City Leader. Among the top tier great beings, the difference in godly powers was highly insignificant. They were more particular about which true treasures were suitable for them and which secret techniques were more powerful. Except for Luo Feng. In terms of true treasures and secret techniques, he did not lose out to these top-tier Universe Masters, but he was 1 notch weaker in terms of godly power. Therefore the power he could unleash dropped by 1 level. I know you have your own plans, having just lost your wing's true treasure yet gaining another valuable armor that is secondary only to a supreme true treasure. You are merely a Universe Knight, but when it comes to studying diagrams of secret engravings, you have achieved the level of a Universe Master. Primal Chaos City Leader laughed while shaking his head. Then he entrusted Luo Feng with instruction. I will not stand in your way, but you must maintain your vigilance at all times. If you meet with dangers you are unable to handle alone, inform me or inform Huge Axe. Understood. Luo Feng nodded. To Huge Axe and Primal Chaos City Leader, he was indeed a unique individual. Treasures emerging in an endless stream. Powers improving mysteriously. Primal Chaos City Leader looked at Luo Feng, with a trace of hope in his eyes. Given the rate at which you are improving now, to truly become a Universe Master, you just need to hone your skills a little bit more. Then you will be my equivalent. Since Luo Feng's outburst in the Wave of Stars Ocean battle hundreds of years before, the battle that shocked him and Huge Axe, Primal Chaos City Leader had personally approached Luo Feng for a friendly exchange of skills, as well as to have a proper conversation. Thereafter, Huge Axe had brought Luo Feng to see Teacher Origin, who had also had a discussion with Luo Feng. Teacher Origin might have been kept under suppression for eternity, but he was still able to execute Virtual Universe, a powerful secret technique, so naturally, he would be able to interact and communicate with Primal Chaos City Leader and Huge Axe. The results of that conversation led Teacher Origin and Huge Axe to determine that, before the rise of Luo Feng, Primal Chaos City Leader had been the next promising individual hopeful of becoming a Universe Supreme Master. Following in his stead would be Darkness Master and Peng Gong Master. But now, the possible order of promising candidates for Universe Supreme Master might have changed to Primal Chaos City Leader, Luo Feng, Peng Gong Master, followed by Darkness Master. The 2 great life forms, Teacher Origin and Huge Axe, were highly in favor of Luo Feng. Since then, this would naturally make Primal Chaos City leader pay more attention to this disciple. If both teacher and disciple became Universe Supreme Masters, they would become a highly talked about celebrity pair in Universe Ocean. Furthermore, Teacher Origin was Primal Chaos City leader's teacher, and Primal Chaos City leader was Luo Feng's teacher. Wouldn't that be 3 generations of Universe Supreme Masters coming from the same branch? Think of how greatly Primal Chaos City leader would look forward to seeing this happen. With high hopes, Primal Chaos City leader said with a smile, besides, given your comprehension of the universe revolution, when you have become a Universe Master, you will not have to wait long before you try to become a Universe Supreme Master. But with regards to this, I have no suggestions. After all, the path of every Universe Supreme Master is different. Even I am still searching for mine. Luo Feng was truly awe-inspired. Yes. It would not be difficult for him to become a Universe Master, because he was leading in terms of achievements of secret techniques, and his path of law comprehension was smooth sailing. In addition, he had already comprehended the heart of Beast God, so in the future, succeeding at the Beast God path would be a breeze. However, if he wanted to become a Universe Supreme Master, that would be much more difficult, because every Universe Supreme Master had to follow a different path. Studies of diagrams of secret engravings, studies of beast gods, and such, all had predecessors. Therefore, he had to give up on all these. So long as there were predecessors, he had to abandon those paths. That said, his path would become very narrow. Ha ha, too far away. Primal Chaos City leader finished with a laugh. You still have quite a long way to go. I think it is better for you to put your heart into cultivating to become a Universe Master for now. Understood. Luo Feng replied. If there is trouble or danger, remember to tell me or tell Huge Axe. Now, you not only belong to your Earth branch, or to yourself, you also belong to us, the human race. Primal Chaos City leader jokingly added, go ahead. I am not worried about you going over to the black-striped stone pillar. That is the territory of the 3 old fellows. Yes, I understand. I will take my leave now. Luo Feng retreated immediately, his figure disappearing into the shadows. The space of the black-striped stone pillars was one of the few major domains within the universe boat that was free of danger. Dangers due to great beings fighting one another were not counted, as places with great beings would always be grounds for resentment and feuds. The entire space was supported by 16 black-striped stone pillars that were all 1,000 light-years tall. Other than the frozen space near the black-striped stone pillars that disallowed teleportation, there would be no trouble teleporting within the other regions in that entire space. The black-striped stone pillars were natural monuments. These 13, 1,000 light-year stone pillars all have extremely profound black secret engravings etched onto them. The level of their secret engravings was very high, and they contained resentments and feuds that even Universe Supreme Masters could not comprehend. However, it was just like the powerful lost knowledge of that ancient being that Luo Feng found in that hidden secret space. If there were no step-by-step instructions to follow, and no gradual increase in difficulty level to aid in comprehending those secret engravings, then the diagrams of black secret engravings found all over those stone pillars would be incomprehensible. Every black-striped stone pillar was extremely powerful, more powerful than any supreme true treasure. Its length of 1,000 light-years made this apparent. Up until now, there was no great being who could touch a black-striped stone pillar with their bare hands. The closer one got to a black-striped stone pillar, the more terrifying the impact it had on one's willpower. Even a Universe Supreme Master was unable to stand before a black-striped stone pillar. Regardless, this was a natural, ancient monument that was easily found. The level of secret engravings was extraordinarily high and distributed all over the 1,000 light-year stone pillar, and there were as many as 16 such pillars. Naturally, it would attract hibernating old fellows to entrench themselves here. There was safety, an allowance for teleportation, fast time velocity, and monuments around. Various factors made this a good resting and cultivation place for great beings who were tired from roaming the depths of universe boat. There was fog spreading out, and there seemed no end to it. In his silver armor, Luo Feng teleported twice over short distances. The fog was thinning, as the space of the black-striped stone pillars was from a highest to a lowest point, where the boundary of the surroundings was filled with thick fog. But the surroundings of the middle area, where the 16 black-striped stone pillars were dispersed at random, did not hold a trace of fog. There was another saying: the boundary between areas that allowed and disallowed teleportation was where fog would be so thin that it might seem negligible. A stream of silver, rainbow-like light flashed across the void space. Ha ha! After traveling for the past 620 years, I finally arrived at this space of the black-striped stone pillars. Luo Feng had transformed himself in a stream of rainbow light, and was full of smiles, happy and carefree. However, my two teachers, Sitting Mountain Guest and Primal Chaos City Leader, were right. Battles are indeed the best when it comes to honing skills. Since I entered Universe Boat, I have been wandering about, gaining experiences from a large number of dangerous lands, getting involved in several life and death battles, and I finally achieved a breakthrough in my battle at the Wave of Stars Ocean. Although he was not a universe master, when it came to studying diagrams of secret engravings, he had an achievement at the level of a universe master. After his battle in the Wave of Stars Ocean, he had spent time creating a series of strongest secret techniques of universe masters. This was comparable to the strongest secret technique of a miniature universe, and was an attack secret technique. Most importantly, it was something he created himself, and was evidence of his capability. Earlier on, when he advanced with the identity of Cracking Gold Master, he had created this set of strongest secret techniques, and named it after his identity, Cracking Gold. Cracking Gold was a secret technique he created with his own hands. However, his strongest move was the triple levels of secret engravings on the right arm of Crazy Demon Extermination Godly Armor. He had specially named it Extermination God. Luo Feng turned his head to look off into the distance. Although he was transformed into a stream of silver, rainbow-like light, while flying at high speed, he was also unleashing Snow Fire Sector. Snow Fire Sector was one of the true treasures he had obtained during his current venture in Universe Boat. It was a top-tier domain-type true treasure. It was the cause of that battle in Wave of the Stars Ocean, where several great beings fought one another to vie for its ownership. I have actually run into someone from the Hong Alliance. Luo Feng laughed. Milky Way Horde Leader. A stream of deep green rainbow-like light flew over. It was quite fast, but Luo Feng could still clearly make out the face of the other party with his naked eye. It was Swallow Hawk Master, a universe master of a different race from the Hong Alliance. Swallow Hawk Master held a relatively high position within the Hong Alliance, because he was extremely powerful, and he belonged to the same level as Ice Mountain Master. Usually, he would be roaming the internal domain of the three most dangerous lands with various means that he carried along with him. He was remarkably skilled at keeping himself alive, and also, it was extremely difficult to provoke him. I heard that Milky Way Horde Leader has gotten a new domain true treasure that enshrouds you with endless blue flames. The moment I discovered a site like this from the domain I was previously in, I suspected that it was you, Milky Way Horde Leader, so I rushed over here. With one look, I have proven to myself that I was right. Ha ha. Fancy running into a fellow member from our Hong Alliance in the internal domain of Universe Boat. What a delight. Deep green all over, the bird being stretched and spread out its wings. The top of its head sported golden feathers, and it communicated with the direct use of the human common language via voice transmission. Within the Hong Alliance, it used more of the human common language for conversations. Being able to meet Swallow Hawk Master, this is indeed something delightful, Luo Feng exclaimed with joy. I heard about what happened to you, Milky Way Horde Leader, said Swallow Hawk Master. The other bodies of Ultimate Arrow Master and 5 Chaos Master were annihilated, one after the other. Later, you moved about as Cracking Gold Master. All this while, you have been continually pushing yourself for improvement. I'm afraid I am no longer your match. Luo Feng smiled. What the other party was saying was true. Besides, this was a super great practically licking his boots. Of course, he found it pleasurable. Swallow Hawk Master, you are too modest. Luo Feng laughed. May I ask, why has Milky Way Horde leader come to this space of the black striped stone pillars? Swallow Hawk Master was beside Luo Feng, and the two transformed into streams of rainbow-like lights. Using their godly powers as a medium, they conversed with one another. I am here to borrow the strength of the black striped stone pillars to sharpen and hone my willpower, Luo Feng replied right away. Oh? Swallow Hawk Master was surprised. Sharpen and hone your willpower. From the 3 reincarnation eras of Universe Ocean and 2 Holy Land universes, not many have specially chosen this place to sharpen and hone their willpower. Most of them are here just for a temporary break, or to comprehend the secret engravings on the black striped stone pillars. I have been here for quite some time. There are certain things I think I should tell you first, Milky Way Horde leader. Swallow Hawk Master, please speak your mind, Luo Feng said. The space of the black striped stone pillars is very safe, and there are ancient monuments with secret engravings, which are very profound, Swallow Hawk Master said. That's why there's always a group of great beings entrenched here. Especially the 3 beings who are the strongest among them all. The 3 existences are all universe supreme masters. One is a lone wanderer, and the others belong to different races. They are Bei Kai Star Master from the first reincarnation era, Blood Orchid Ancestor, and Rampaging Devil God from the second reincarnation era. This I know. Luo Feng nodded. I want to tell you about the temperaments of these 3, Swallow Hawk Master began. Bei Kai Star Master has a remarkably good character. So long as you treat him with respect, nothing will go wrong. But Blood Orchid Ancestor is a plant life form. It is spread all over the place. You must stay as far as 1 million kilometers away from it. Otherwise, you may be in danger of annihilation. These 2 are still all right, one of a good temperament, the other being extremely evil, and are easy to deal with. The most troublesome one will be Rampaging Devil Master. Luo Feng nodded. He had also heard things about Rampaging Devil Master, including that it was very dangerous and difficult to deal with. But the space of the black striped stone pillars was the territory of these 3 old fellows, so he must be vigilant and be certain not to offend any of them. This video will end here.